Hello, traders, and welcome to the Market Open Preview brought to you through FXCL. FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, it is Friday, May 30th, 2014, and a beautiful blue skies and white sandy beaches down here in Pattaya, Thailand. Today's great to be with you at the end of our trading week. It's a Friday. All right, a lot to talk about today before we get into our weekend break, which is well deserved by everybody. All right, traders, let's get over to some news and charts. But before I do that, if you would, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William K. Gilday. I'm a Forex trader. I've been trading from 2006. And in 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career in the fire rescue department in the great state of Florida. 9 days after I retired in 2008, I came to Thailand on a 3-month tourist visa for vacation. Traders, it's 2014 and I'm still here and I love what I do. I trade Forex every day, full time, and it is a great second career for me. I love being at my charts. I love doing what I do. I hope you do too. All right, that's just a little bit about myself. Let's get over to the news, but before we do that, let's hit the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks in order to accept them in the Forex markets. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, if you're trading your mortgage or your car payment, or worse than that, your food money, please sit back and think again. Maybe you should go to a demo account, and you can do that if you come visit us at www.fxclearing.com for your trading needs and trading education. All right, traders, that is our risk disclaimer. I hope you got a shot of that and read it carefully. Let's get over to the news. Traders, let's look at the indices real quick before we hit on the news. The Dow opened high yesterday and continued high throughout the New York session, closing at 0.39%. S&P 500, as you know, this week made a record high over 1,900 and closed up 0.54% this week, and the NASDAQ also was up 0.63%. Wow, unbelievable. The markets are just booming. The DAX yesterday closed at a negative 0.2%. The FTSE closed positive 0.29%, and the CAC 40 closed negative 0.2%. Just a quick look at some of the indices and what they did yesterday. Today, in our Euro London session, we have German retail sales. Also out of the Euro, we have Italian CPI. When we get to the New York session, about 1 hour before the New York session opens, we have the CAS GDP month on month. And out of the U.S., we have the Michigan consumer expectations data coming out. Traders, the only one that is high impact in all of these is your CAD GDP month on month. The rest of them are medium impact news events. So should make for an interesting trading day. As we roll along, we must remember it is Friday. There could be position squaring, people taking profits. However, I just absolutely love trading on a Friday. It's volatile, it's fun, and hopefully it's profitable. All right, traders, it's Friday, so what do you say? Let's get to the charts. We got two currency pairs we're going to look at today. And we're back to the beast. Yes, that's the pound yen. This is the daily chart. Look at this, traders. It is in a range on this daily chart. It's a 396 range. And what about this? It is sitting at support. Look at how many times, if you look left of the current candle, how many times support has been hit at this level, meaning it's a possibility that it can bounce higher than it did. You can see we opened up today to the upside. And we have at the current time of this screenshot of the chart, which is about 8 candles before the London Open, it's opened with a higher low at the present time. So that's great. So maybe this is going to head back up. Maybe the pound's going to redo itself. But if you look at the whole chart, spatial intelligence, you can see that this chart really is bearish. If you look at it, you can see we have lower highs and lower lows. So this chart is bearish. So my bias is we want to take this to the downside. Traders, let's take a look at the 1 hour chart on the pound yen 1 hour chart. Look at this. I put a trend line in there. This is an angled trend line. And The only way to trade this, traders, is wait for a close below that trend line and take it short. However, your stop still has to be where the stop needs to be, and that's at 170.23. But I think this is a nice trade if we can get the close below that trend line. And in order for that to happen, I think when we go back to the daily chart, we have to see what happens at that support level where currently price is bouncing off of. So very interesting for today. I think this is doable. I think we can get this trade done. We'll see what happens at the London Open. If you look at this 170.23, right, that's resistance. Look at all those highs there and look at how prices reacted to that price level. So I would say there's a good chance this is going to bounce back to the downside, and hopefully by the London Open or the second half of the morning in London, we can get our trade to the downside. All right, traders, let's go to the 15-minute chart and see if we have an entry. Traders, this is the pound yen on the 15-minute chart. Take a look at this. The 200 exponential moving average is at 170.24. And right now, like I said, about 8 candles before the London Open, we're in position to go short. I'm waiting for a bearish candlestick formation, and we can take this to the short side. We want to take profit at 169.60. And our stop, you can see where our stop is, and that's at 170. I think it's like 19. So that's where the stop needs to be. No matter where we enter in this fib zone, we need to place the stop at the same position. Okay, so this looks good. I think this has a much doable situation today, and I think we can get a good trade out of this. Take a look at your Williams R percentage on the bottom of the chart, starting to come down to the negative 20 area, but going sideways. Then look at your MACD, and it's coming to the 0 line. Very interesting. We'll see how price reacts later in the trading day. Traders, let's go over to another one of my favorite pairs. I talk about it a lot, and this is the Euro Aussie. This is the daily chart. Traders, it is bearish. Look at the spatial intelligence on this chart. When you just glance at this chart, it screams out, we are bearish. Let's go to the downside. So another issue is, look at this. It is getting ready to break support. Exactly where price is when I took this shot about 30 minutes ago. This candle looks like it wants to come down further for this daily candle and break this support. If that happens, I think we're in for a big ride to the downside, or it's going to bounce here and head back up. So we'll need to keep a good eye on that. But I think we have some decent trade setups on the 1 hour and 15-minute chart. All right, traders, let's buzz over there and let's take a look at the 1 hour. Traders, again, this is a bearish Euro Aussie 1 hour chart. Not to go off the topic, but what about that Aussie dollar yesterday, making the rebound? And traders, I made a trade forecast on the Aussie dollar, and it just did not work. That Aussie got strong, dollar got weak, and the Aussie just took off. If you get a chance, take a peek at the Aussie dollar charts today. Unbelievable. All right, so let's go back to the Euro Aussie. We want to take this to the downside. Again, we need this pullback to this 46.38 area, and we want to take this down and sell this pair to 1.4558 for our take profit area. Traders, you can see where our stop needs to be. It's 46.83. So we're looking at a pretty hefty stop. We're looking at almost 48 pips that we're going to have as a stop loss on this trade. If you're uncomfortable with that amount of a stop, do not trade it. That's not a problem. You don't have to trade this time frame. You can always trade another time frame where your drawdown is not that much. Remember, risk is so important, and we need to manage our risk. All right, traders, let's head over to the 15-minute chart. This is the Euro Aussie 15-minute chart. Look at this 200 exponential moving average at 1.4664. And look at this. This is on a mission to the downside. We can't fib this. We cannot do anything with this at the moment. We just need a pullback about to that 46.30 area. 1.4630 would be nice. Get a pullback. That is resistance, and then we can take that to the short side. Remember, traders, we want to buy at support and we want to sell at resistance. We're at support at current price action. We don't want to be selling here. We need this to pull back and give us that opportunity to enter this trade safely. Look at your Williams R percentage. Looks really, really nice. Also, your MACD's last histogram bar is shorter than the previous. We might get that nice pullback. and looks like we have a good potential for this trade to work today in our London session. We really want to be locked in, break even, and safe in our trades before we get that data coming out of Canada and the US today. Then you have to worry about position squaring out of the Eurozone. Then you're going to get New York lunch, and then after New York lunch, you're going to get New York close, which is very volatile. All right, traders, what a great trading week we had this week, and I'd like to thank you for joining me on behalf of FXCL, Excellence in Trading. Myself, William Gilday, would like to thank you and have a great weekend break. And traders, we will see you on Monday before the London Open. Traders, remember, after the New York session today, I will be putting up the Friday wrap-up. We will get this up to you as soon as the New York session closes. Within 2 hours or 3 hours, we'll get that up to you. Please look out for that. All right, traders, take care, and we will see you later. From sunny Thailand, ciao for now. Bye-bye.